on the start of the CTF of Ascend, and perhaps get their hands on that flag and go for a bit of a run to put their, improve their confidence, improve their mindset, and try and bring things back here for the AR squad.
Little bit of a switch up of roles here. Killa is actually going to be your defensive player with the BAL instead of Karma, and Karma is going to be trying to do work with the ASM-1. And on the flip side, you're going to have two players running the BAL, and Wheat and BL Fire, while the other two are working ASM-1s. Just different ideas of what teams are trying to accomplish. If you're running 3 SM-1s, you're going to be playing more aggressive. 2 BALs, you're going to be playing a little bit more passively, not necessarily expecting to run the score up and capture the flag, but just making sure you stop Optic Nation's pushes, which right now you have Miracles on a 2-kill streak, and Killa has also started out 1-0, but he is going to be taken down. So right now on board with BL Fire, trying to push up through this maze to pull a flag.
Yeah, they have to watch out for Miracles as well from that ON side. He was down the opposition side in their spawn of ARs, but Burns does end up finding him and cleaning him up. So now you're going to have BL Fire, he does find Killer over the cross in that doorway, but the doorway ledge Killer's just standing there strafing back and forth and does pick up BL Fire with that bell. Like you said, on that defensive role now, instead of Karma pushing out at the same time, trying to come up with a bit of hands on that flag. A few players out and around there. Again, TP now by himself in no man's land. Flag in his hand. He's going to try and run through containers up straight mid. One player there waiting for him though. Weeds will take him down. Miracles does shut him down, but the flag does get returned.
Yeah, although he got shut down right away, he does reveal the positions of 3 different players from AR, but that does not matter as Burns is able to pull the flag and 3 went down. But Optic Nation able to stop that run wide away as TP had spawned up to cut off Burns off.
Just then Wheat's in our screen. He gets shut down as he tries to head towards that flag. It was going to be Killer who cleaned him up with that bell once again. BL Fire and Burns off though, both getting kill of their own as they try and push up and regain a bit of map composure here for that AR squad. They got 3 players though of the ON squad on defensive line back, it would seem, with also Miracles. Just Burns off right below him, just chilling around that same area. There's some shots coming out though. He does get spotted, so Burns decides to hightail it out of there before he gets cleaned up too quickly and decides to go for another point of attack.
And you can see the patience coming out of Optic Nation, not trying to push up too far and gain too much map control and get ahead of themselves and allow anyone like Burns off to pull off a sneak clap. But Burns off able to kill in the base, but Killa, again, back on that defensive role, is able to clean him up. And TP now going aggressive and trying to pull a flag, is able to do so, trying to get it out, but going to get shot in the back by BL Fire. But now that has allowed 3 people from Optic Nation to push up and try and gain a bunch of map control. Now you have Killa and Mears both controlling that mid-map right around the area. You see Killa right now by lights.
Yeah, Killer obviously just trying to chill here, keep these guys at bay and hold their map positioning if they can. The flag's been picked up now by TP, who's going to try and run this towards Killer and use him as that cover fire thing. Burns off though, big 2-piece there on Karma and TP to take them both down and perhaps get that flag return. He does. So just like that, again, ON have now had hands on the flags that 3 times, I think, so far this half, and they haven't got that far with it each time. So hopefully, the 4th time will be the charm. But that being said as well, it's the same sort of situation for AR. They've only had hands on flag, I think, once. This is their 2nd time now, and it's going to be BL Fire running that one.
And it looks like BL Fire actually has really good coverage right now. He's got 2 players mid-map getting cut off, and 2 players are going to go down. There's no one in position to beat BL Fire, so they are going to go up 1 flag to none with 1 minute 40 seconds left in this first side of Capture the Flag.
To see here, still on our screens, BL Fire, putting that flag cap in, just rotating, circling back behind Crane, just to keep an eye on his flag and defend a little bit here while the ON squad gets set up once again. They're going to try and flank in from the left-hand side, flank in from the right, and take these guys off point. They don't realize that there's 2 players there waiting and watching TP. They're going to challenge. TP will challenge BL and take him down on that left-hand side, and then turns back around to defend. Big 2-piece from him to shut down those ON players who are pushing up on his flag, and it was, of course, TP and Karma at that stage.
And you could tell Optic Nation was trying really hard there to pour on the pressure to force a flag cap, but Burns off. That's 2 huge 2-pieces we've seen out of him right now to save a flag cap and to end that last push from Optic Nation. So great stuff out of Burns, and that's going to be now all 4 down members of Optic Nation go. So BL Fire is going to be trying to work lights again. This is a good area, this maze area right here, to pull out kind of sneak flag caps. There's so many little corners and places that you can hide. I mean, they call it a maze for a reason. Again, Burns off with another 2-piece. That's going to allow BL Fire to get his hands on this flag, but there are 3 Optic Nation players basically turn to stare at that now, all 4. Burns off going to be trying to get this, but he has quite a few Optic Nation players to meet, and Optic Nation now has mid-map control.
Yeah, of course, Karma falling back to that defensive side of things. Obviously, they are already down by 1 cap. They want to leave it there in that sort of situation, heading into the second half. They don't want any more captures to go in against them. At the same point, they are trying to push up and get hands on that flag before the end of this half. But 3 players now drop. TP still around there, though. He's going to give it all he's got during those last final moments of this first half. Couldn't do much about it, though, with 3 players of that AR squad all around him during that try on a bit of a flag run. BL5's two-piece there, pretty much clean up the half, as well as Wheats and Anticity. It's more or less a 4-player down. Burns off just going to just chill. Perhaps thinking about coming for a flag run with 3 seconds left. Not too sure if he could make it that fast. He is not Sonic after all. So at the end of the half, it's going to be 1-0 with another 5 minutes remaining here. Still to come on this CTF of Ascend.
Yeah, close game still, anything can happen. And I'm pretty sure Automatic Reload is actually kind of stream watching right now because, you know, we brought up the stat about Optic Nation. Every single time they touch a flag, about 52% of the time they're going to get the cap. But so far they have touched it 4 times, and Automatic Reload has shut them down all 4 times. So they are like making a statement that no COD stats, I will not allow you to have an influence over this game. We are going to shut Optic Nation down.
Pretty much just saying BL too bad. And here with Burns off down this right-hand side. Anticity gets the first blood of the half, though, on Killer. There on that left-hand side of your bottom left-hand side of your screens, you do see that kill feed. And they are pushing up very aggressively here, both Burns off and Wheat. Also a third player, I believe it may be Anticity. No, Anticity's back at the back there, so of course it will be BL5 there with them as they try and run this flag right now. The players just get picked up. Burns tries to regain control, regroup on it. And it's a 4-player down now from ON as they get their flag returned back to base. TP's going to try and squeeze in for a flag run now. We'll jump onto him on this left-hand side, running for that maze, or lockers if you will, as Miracles and Killer both pick up 1 player each. He's now on this left-hand side. He's got 1 player to his right-hand side, but his teammate of Miracles does get that kill, and it's going to allow him to put that flag in if he jumps up there quickly.
So TP is going to be able to tie this up 1-1. And a lot of complaints about Ascend CTF are because of if you clear out the enemy's base, all the enemy team is going to be spawning up mid-map. And that's what you saw happen to Automatic Reload. They cleared out the enemy base, got all 4 down, but then Optic Nation spawned mid-map and were able to cut that off. But if Automatic Reload would understand that and position themselves better, they had 3 players coming up each side. So there was no specific spot where Optic Nation could spawn on either tunnels or light side. If they could focus on one side, then the spawns would be forced in a certain direction. And as I'm trying to say all this, Burns off is going to be getting a second cap. So they're going to go up 2-1. I'm just trying to analyze some stuff, but Burns is making plays. So 2-1 in favor of Optic Nation.
Yeah, Burns are fronting that left-hand side, or the right-hand side of the map looking forward, left-hand side coming back. And he used the player number 1 around there was Karma, who was just lying in wait down the maze side, just jumping up and down, picking up the kill finally. As West comes up out of the bottom side of things, Karma's going to put hands on flag once again, but not go anywhere with it. So that's about 6 flag touches now for that squad of ON, and still only 1 cap coming out of it all. So, you know, their percentage-wise is dropping in that sort of situation, but of course that stat was from group play. It is not from the double limb, because double limb is where you're facing off against all those, the better teams, so to speak, because obviously we're top 16 now here instead of top 32. TP, though, will grab flag. Red is dead, but still comes out alive there to help with his teammates as well, but somehow managing to not die and get this flag out. He's going to try and put it in here. Look at that mini-map. There are 1 player who can perhaps contest there, but it's not going to do much for him. Karma, he was picking up Anticity, and like that chance, 2-2 on that scoreboard.
And Karma was really the difference maker there. As you saw, he was all the way in the back of his base, just watching tunnels from the overextend, because all the other 3 players from Optic Nation were pushed up that light side. So they know that when they get 3 down and are able to pull out a flag, instead of a sporadic spawn, they're going to be controlled and all spawning in tunnel. So Karma able to cut that off perfectly, and that's exactly how you want to play this map.
Here, Killer on our screens right now. Killer going 21 and 17. TP, you know, trying to run that OBJ side of things. He's on 11 and 18. Karma now on the OBJ 15 and 19 as well. You know, in regards to KDs, it's actually pretty even. Like, Killer's the only one, you know, over the 20-point mark, but overall team-wise, slaying points go to the AR team.
Yeah, and I think the slaying is what has been allowing them to pull out those flag caps. Just they're dominating kills, and Karma apparently actually jumped off the map right there. A little bit of an oopsie. But, you know, when you outslay your other team, obviously that gives you advantage. But Optic Nation, since they aren't doing that, is when they have to coordinate themselves better. And that's when you see Karma at the bottom screen catching off the overextend, the other players pushing lights. So the kills aren't as important. But AR is basically trying to win this by brute force. And Optic Nation is trying to play the map as it is.
You see there, it was going to be BL5 trying to get in for a sneaky flag run, but Killer was on that defensive line, still holding it down. 1 minute 20 now on the clock. Both this team still tied up at 2 apiece here on the scoreboard. So, of course, if they do not get another cap, it will be an OT. But both, as I say, that both teams grab flag and run. Miracles for ON, and then for AR, BL Fire.
So we're going to have a bit of a stalemate situation. BL Fire is going to try and run out of base, but he's going to run into an Optic Nation player, but he's able to punch TP in the mouth, so that kill's going to get cleaned up. And Miracles also on that tunnel side. There's 1 player in the base. That's going to be Weeds looking to try and challenge Miracles soon, because BL Fire is just perfectly safe. There's absolutely nobody near him from Optic Nation. All the pressure is on them and on Miracles to stay alive with the flag, but he's going to go down. That flag is going to get returned, so he is not going to be able to put that in. I apologize. Karma got it and then got a flag returned. So now it's 3-2. I was just a bit off.
As you see there, AR are in that lead, and they are going to be trying now, I think, defend for the last 30 seconds will be a smart play from these guys here. If they could risk it and go for another flagrant, obviously, but if they just chill back here a little bit, it looks like they are going to just chill here for the moment and just defend. Look at that mini-map, just quickly bringing up full screen for you all. You can see all 4 players around that same vicinity while ON push and be so aggressive here towards these final moments. They know they have to be, they don't have a choice in the matter right now. Finally, Killer putting all those bullets on Weeds, picking him up. TP try and grabs the flag and run, but does not get 5 meters away. And like that, BL5 is going to grab the flag and say, listen guys, it's done and dusted. We're going to be heading to a game number 5. 3-2 the scoreline becomes in regards to the CTF there on Ascend. What a series so far. And if that first S&D is anything to go off, this S&D should be good as well, because at the start of the S&D on solo, it was a close game. It was like round for round, and it looked like perhaps AR was 3-1 at one stage. So, you know, ON do a bit of work ahead of them, but if Killer can perform like he did the first time around, with a 9 kill streak going 14-4 on S&D Terrace, it really will be that difference maker. So ladies and gentlemen, when we come back from this short commercial break, it'll be game number 5 in this matchup between Optic Nation and Automatic Reload here for the Call of Duty Championships 2015.